Hey everyone. This week for HBS Week 3, we're reviewing the article McDonald's Moving Towards a Fully Automated Future. And this will talk over the automation of fast food, industry trends, theory that relate to this article, as well as plans McDonald's could follow to help reach their goals. So a quick summary. In December 2022, first mostly automated store in Fort Worth, Texas was created. Had automated app ordering. There was no indoor outdoor seating. Food was delivered via a conveyor belt, and it was all automated except for the cooks. There was mixed opinions and reception from customers and industry leaders. Um, they're concerned, is this what the future of fast food is really going to look like? A lot of this positive impact was from Gen Z, younger generation, and a lot of the pushback was from baby boomers, Gen X, some older individuals who weren't quite used to this and wanted more of that experience. So really, there was a lot of talk of how CEO Chris Kinsinski could help lead McDonald's forward with some of the info they received from this trial run at the automated restaurant and how it could be built, change, adjusted nationally. And if we look at some other companies, like in 2020, White Castle introduced Flippy, which was a robot that could cook some fast food, and that's been adopted now into Flippy 2 by many other companies like White Castle, Chipotle, Wingzone, and more companies are doing this robotic manufacturing, robotic delivery, automated AI apps to help decrease their reliance on manual human labor and to speed up efficiency with some of these restaurants. And we're kind of looking at what could be digital transformation instead of digital innovation. I'm not necessarily doing something new. We're trying to transform how this industry operates and finding that right balance for this company. Touched on this some on the previous slide, but looking at current industry trends, one is that push for automation, for AI, for apps, even trying to work into some of those robots to continue to improve efficiency. So one of the biggest push right now is in online app ordering and automation at drive-throughs or trying to use kiosks to decrease the need for physical cashiers, to decrease their reliance on manual labor, try to be a little more efficient, try to decrease overhead costs. We can also look at just the change expected in food tech. But if we look at this image down on the bottom right, we're expected to see food tech soar from somewhere 24 to 27 billion in revenue by 2029, depending on sources, from about 16.5 billion current state. And that's a pretty drastic increase. And these increases aren't just in the ability to automate or to improve efficiency like we see in McDonald's or like we see in Taco Bell, who are trying to really push the automated kiosk. But it's also for apps and for technology to help improve nutrition control, dietary health. There's a company called Snack, SNAQ, which is a diabetes nutrition platform. So we see industry trends not just for the efficiency of companies like fast food, but also for efficiencies in nutrition, for creating right choices that hopefully could help us out as a community. We see things like delivery orders utilizing apps like Uber Eats and DoorDash. We also see them utilize robots. So at OSU campus, where I live near, if you order from somewhere on campus, they have like small little robots that have coolers built in that can deliver food for you that's fully automated, similar to Amazon's drones that they use to hand out packages with. And this efficiency is not just to decrease manual labor, but it's also to, potentially reduce food waste, right? If we can be more efficient with what we're doing, we can, reduce food waste, reduce overhead, which is definitely a struggle in the food industry. But these again aren't perfect. There's plenty of issues. Just recently in the news, Taco Bell had a man order 18,000 cups at their automatic drive-through just because they were lacking some safeguards. So trends are going that way, but it's not perfected yet. Look at some theories. I think one theory that is fantastic for this article is virtualization. We talk about which industries might succeed better than others. Fast food, which really is built on more of an assembly line model, is the perfect fit to increase ease of ordering, to improve efficiency, which is how they become really such a powerhouse in the industry right now. And McDonald's has done this and perfected as well as everybody. And we can match this back to like that pickling discussion with small sliders. And they would be a company that may succeed as well due to being small and quick and lean and being able to really lean into technology that can help them with the platform theory. I spoke earlier about Uber Eats and DoorDash and McDonald's own primary app. There is a very, very strong way for them to reduce that overhead, maintain customer satisfaction, to be that one-stop shop for all of them, and to really lean into these platforms, these apps, to help continue to make this easier for the customers. And then another one would be to look at, a sustaining innovation rather than disruptive. They're creating a new mainstay for how we consume fast food, how we help with labor shortages, how we help with overall access, and it's definitely the future. And if there's one company that can build it up, it's for sure McDonald's, who has that long history of industry trends. And this is just the next one as they work through it. I would recommend that CEO continues to lean into these, and maybe not fully automated with conveyor belt handing it out. Maybe there is still some personal touch because we see those older generations do appreciate that. But to continue to lean into their, McDonald's primary app, continue to lean into automated ordering, continue to lean into reducing overhead, becoming more efficient with manpower, with food waste. Continue to push this out as the rest of the industry continues to follow. It's not perfect, but the future definitely leans more towards that than current state or historical state where we had a lot of manpower up front. And just the references for this week. Again,